Shut your damn mouth, you insufferable, contorted, shriveled testicle.
This is The Bones Show.
Hi. The show is gonna start now.
Just another day on the front line, forced to apologize. Being who I am, but you better understand.
Here we go. Boneshow.com. That's where you get everything us. Boneshow.com.
Yeah, I update it all the time.
Maybe I'm a misfit.
We play videos. We comment on said videos. We tell you what's real, what's not real, what's good, what's not good, what's fake, what's not fake.
Now I will take this, won't be faithless, never done to say it.
And then our good buddy little Jimmy right here
Now I'm home.
plays us videos. And he is going to kick us off with, guess what?
Maybe I'm a soldier.
A video.
I have butthole hair. I am German, Irish, and a smidge of it.
What did she just say?
She's talking about, I don't even know if I can say it. I'll let her say it.
Israeli. So I'm hairy from top to bottom, front to back. Do I maintain my front? Absolutely.
Would this fall under the category of TMI?
1,000,000%. This is TMI.
I shake, as I've told you in one of my posts. So trying to shave my owl is absolutely impossible. I can't do it. I can't do it by myself. So if you want to do reverse cowgirl and you think you're going to look at the star, you're looking at a bearded star.
Oh, TMI. This is too much. Stop it. Okay. This has gone too far. You know what? We are sharing way too much now. There's no reason for this. None. For you to tell us this. We don't know. We don't care to know. We're not dating you. We're not married to you. Stop sharing too much. You overshared that. Okay? You can say, you know what? I have a unibrow, and sometimes I shave that. Okay, we can go with that. But that's just too much.
You could probably roll up little twisties. I do sometimes when I'm bored. But
what?
So next time you want to toss the salad, make sure there's no hair in it, because my salad, you're getting hair.
There are some things that you should keep to yourself. Okay? That's enough. Stop it. This is not what TikTok was invented for. No. I can't with anybody anymore. This is, I feel grossed out now.
Thank you. Next.
On our second date, 3 red flags came up, and I couldn't.
I bet butthole hair is not a red flag that you came across.
Them. 211 first dates. Let's talk about date number 50.
211 first dates. I don't know if I can do this show.
He looked just like the older version of James Taylor. Just cute. He had a very cute face. He was bald, kind of like the older James Taylor.
You know who the older James Taylor looks like now? He looks like James Taylor.
Now he wasn't wearing a hat. You could see that he was a good-looking guy when he was
211 first dates. You have got to be a massive pain in the ass.
younger. But again, I'm older, and I have to look through the lens of older men, of how did they look when they were younger.
It doesn't matter, because you're not dating them when they're younger. Don't look at them and wonder what they look like when they're younger. That's just gross, because you're an old broad now.
Number 1 was fun. We just did a quick meet and greet. We decided.
Do you sign autographs?
On date number 2.
Do you sign your boobs?
2. He said, drive over to my house and we'll go to the movies and then grab dinner afterwards. And I thought, that'll be okay, because I like to see where they live early on. I want to find out what their house looks like, if there's someone there.
Did he sing you Fire and Rain?
Just one of
I seen fire and I seen rain.
my things.
I seen summer rays I thought would never end. Wow, Jimmy knows James Taylor.
So, drove to his house, and I was just at the doorway. But looking in, he had boxes all over the front entryway. And then as you could look into the living room, there was boxes everywhere.
Maybe he just moved in. Maybe he's moving in that day.
So naturally, I said, "Oh, did you just move in and you're still unpacking?" And he said, "No, I moved in 2.5 years ago."
He's a busy guy. I mean, come on. You got things to do. You're a busy guy. You're working all the time. You don't have time to go and empty boxes. That's not your job. You don't have time. Maybe on the weekends you do that, but then you got other things to do, like date old broads like you.
Okay, red flag right there.
To
me, that's just my pet peeve. When I go on a vacation and I come back.
That's why you've been on 211 first dates.
My suitcase is unpacked that night.
Oh, good for you. Because you're a broad. That's what broads do.
New place. I've unpacked everything. Okay, this is.
I got bags from summer camp 1986 still not unpacked.
My personal pet peeve. So I kind of went, oh, okay. Well, we decided to go see like a 5:00 movie. And,
yeah, because you're old.
And we drove. It was only about a mile from his house. And so we went to the movies. And when we got out of the car.
You got the matinee price.
To go to the movies, he said, "Oh, hold on one second." And he went in the back seat and he had this pillow. And it wasn't a small pillow. It was a rather large pillow. And
for his hemorrhoids.
He didn't explain it to me. And I didn't ask. So he bought the ticket and we went in, and I don't know if it was for his bottom or for his back, but he said he cannot sit long unless he has his pillow.
Isn't that most people when they have back problems? Like you have back problems, so I bet you go places with pillows.
No, I would if I could. I've never thought about it, but now I'm going to because this broad brought it up. I think I'm going to go to the movies and restaurants and everywhere else with a pillow. Why not? What do I care?
Why on the second date would you suggest to go to the movies if this is there? I guess, I found out early.
Oh, you're a shallow broad.
Enough.
Oh,
and he maybe
211 first dates. This is the reason right here.
I don't know. So after the movie, he said, "Hey, there's a really great place just across the
I can bring my pillow.
Parking lot on the other side. We can just get in the car and drive over there. But there's a really great burger place. Does that sound good?" I said, "Yeah, that sounds great." We go over there, and he had a coupon of buy one, get one free. And again, if we're doing this on date number 2, this is not a good sign.
Oh my God, I can't stand her. Oh, do you go back and rewatch your videos? Because Alice, this is the reason why you've been on 211 first dates. The guy wanted to save $1. He hasn't unpacked his boxes and he needs a pillow. This is the reason why you're single.
That it's buy one burger, get the second burger free.
He's frugal. Some chicks would love that.
This is me. Maybe it is me. Maybe
it is you. 100% you.
But the unpacking and then the pillow and then this on the second date, I could understand if we're 6 dates in. You've
never been 6 dates in. You've never been past date 2. You've been on 211 first dates. Maybe that tells you something.
Says, let's go to the movies and do something. Or the buy one, get one free coupon after we've been dating for a while. I get that. Totally. But
why is this under dating tips?
Yeah, I don't know. She has hashtag dating tips. There's no tips about, she's been on 211 first dates. She doesn't need to be giving out any tips. She needs to be getting advice, not giving advice.
Yeah, Jimmy even knows.
Are your thoughts? Am I too picky?
Yes, you're too picky and you're a pain in the ass.
Thank you. Next.
I forgot to tell you guys about this person that I drove Ubering last night.
Yeah, I bet Uber drivers have really good stories that were really interesting. I bet everybody that gets in their car is either drunk or hi or something.
He was completely wasted,
I told you, he's drunk.
naturally. And the entire drive to his destination,
He's like, hey, you want to go get waffles? Let's get waffles. I think waffles would be really good right now. I think waffles would really hit the spot. You want to go to Waffle House?
he kept saying, "Are you going to kill me? Are you going to murder me? Are you going to kill me?"
And I want waffles.
The whole time. Like, I think he kept forgetting that he said it already.
Now I want waffles. You keep saying waffles, and now I want to eat some waffles. And I want to kill that guy, too.
Right.
So that was fine.
So did you kill him? We'll never know.
Thank you. Next.
Donald Trump will be signing an executive order today that requires all commercial truck drivers in the United States to speak English, according.
Right. Because you're in America, speak American.
To Breitbart and Caroline Levitt.
That means English, not American.
Okay. You're in America, speak English. Is that right?
Yeah, not you're an American, you speak American, it's a you speak English.
They should be able to speak English because they got to know how to read signs.
And Levitt, Trump's press secretary. The executive order states, quote, Donald Trump believes that English is a non-negotiable safety requirement for professional drivers, that they should be able to read and understand traffic signs.
But they should. They have to take a test for the DOT, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think they have a separate test for English and American and Spanish.
See, you called it American, dude. Now, if they have to take a test, doesn't it have to be in English?
Communicate with traffic safety officers, border patrol, agricultural checkpoints, and provide.
I see nothing wrong with this.
See feedback and directions in English. Caroline Levitt highlighted how he wants truckers to speak America's official language. Because remember, if you recall, earlier this year, Trump signed an executive order that made English the official language of the United States and will now require all these truck drivers to speak English if they want to drive trucks in the United States. Now, a lot of folks are going to be like, well, we have a lot more pressing issues than truck drive.
Mr. President Donald J. Trump, sir, why don't you make that a rule for every car driver? To get a driver's license, you have to speak the language here. The test is in English, so how they drive it if they don't speak English? How many times do I watch live PD and they go up to the car, the guy's like, oh, no, it is. And he goes, so if they had to learn how to speak English to drive, then you wouldn't have that problem.
Drivers having to speak English, but alas, here we are. I'll do it.
Sir, I wouldn't talk like that, like the Spanish, because Hector is outside the studio, and Hector will come in here if he hears you talking in Spanish.
Full breakdown of this on my Substack.
Oh God, no! So we don't need Hector in here. Keep Hector out of the studio. If you don't know who Hector is, he's the guy that cleans up outside, and he only speaks Spanish.
Thank you. Next.
Okay, you think you have a terrible dating story? I have told this dating story to like 10 of my friends, and every single one has said that is the worst date they've ever.
Jimmy, I told you to keep Hector out of here.
Hector, you gotta go. You gotta get out. Hector, go. Get out. I'll call ICE again. Oh, no. No ice. No. Hector, get.
Can we go back to this broad now?
Live in their life. So please sit down, buckle up. I'm going to take you on this journey with me from start to finish on how this date went. All right, I met this guy on a dating app, as one does. I stopped dating for...
Jimmy, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Hector, go. We don't need the studio cleaned right now. You can come back after we get off the air, and you can clean the studio, but not right now because we're on the air, Hector. Okay. Bye-bye. Adios.
Can we get back to this broad now?
For a little bit. I jumped into it way too soon after my divorce, and now I'm kind of like slowly dipping my toe back into it, just, getting a feel for it again. So this was the very first date I had been on in a while. So as we met, dating app, no problem. We start texting. We have good conversations, no problem. And then he's like, hey, I'm going to go to like a bar hopping on Saturday. Would you like to come? Now he knows I don't drink, right? And I'm thinking, like I'm down for
So you can be designated driver. That's why I'm offering you to go out with me, because I know you don't drink and you can drive.
a fun time. I'm a fun person. I can have a good time without drinking. Sure, let's go. Then I think about it and I'm like, wait, I don't drink. I don't know
Didn't you realize you didn't drink?
any of your friends. Like, this is too much. I'm overwhelmed already.
So this is the worst dating story ever?
I guess.
Told him, no, I'm actually going to go do something else on Saturday. And he's like, that's fine. Totally get it. And he's like, what are you doing Friday? There's a comedy show Friday in town. Like, do you want to go? And I was like, I love a good comedy show. Yes, I would love to
Who was it?
go. And he's like, you want to do dinner before? And I was like,
Is
yeah,
it Red Fox?
let's do dinner before.
Red Fox has been dead like decades.
I don't know.
I go meet him at
Who else is a comedian?
the restaurant. I don't want him to pick me up. I don't want him.
Andrew Dice Clay. No. Hickory dickory dock.
Jimmy, don't tell that joke.
Meet him anywhere else. We're going to go straight to the restaurant. So off to the restaurant I go. I get there pretty damn early because I think traffic is going to be a nightmare. Turns out it was not. So I'm there like 20 minutes early. It is packed with people. So I text him and said, hey, it's packed here. I'm just going to go put our names down. It's probably going to be a while. And he's like, no problem. I'll be there in 15 minutes. I said, that's no problem. I know I'm really early. Like, take your time. All right. I go to sit down. I'm sitting by the door and I'm like, hey, like I'm here. I'm by the door. Just look for the red hair. Great. He's like, I just parked. We'll be right in.
Oh, you said red hair. Oh, I can't go. I can't go out with you.
Comes in.
Chicks with red hair are insane.
Looks nothing like what he said he was going to look like. His picture's nothing like it. And I'm thinking, am I attracted to this man? No, not anymore. But looks aren't everything, Chantel. Be the bigger person. So I'm like, you know what? It was like we had a good conversation. He had a fun personality. Like, okay. So we talk. We actually have a good dinner. Like, there was nothing wrong during dinner. Now, if we just left at dinner, I would probably like do another date with this person. But we have a comedy show to get through. And
Oh, yeah. You still got to go see Andrew Dice Clay.
does it go downhill?
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay is really good. She'll have fun at the Andrew Dice Clay show. No.
Okay, so we're leaving the restaurant. And he's like, parking over there is kind of difficult.
Does Andrew Dice Clay say do?
I think so.
Colt, do you mind if we just drive over? It's a couple blocks away. And
I don't
think
believe
that's
so.
no problem. It's a couple blocks away. If like I choose not to drive back with him, like it's a couple blocks away. I could easily like Uber or something, or even probably walk. So I said, that's no problem. He's like, I'll drive. And I was like, great. Fantastic. So I leave my car at the restaurant, get into his car. I'm looking through like, he has like a bunch of hats, and I start like looking through his hats, seeing what they are. There's a MAGA hat. Red flag number one.
It would go great with your red hair.
MAGA and I, we are very opposite. No. And he's like, I was like, oh, I'm kind of judging you because of this. And he said, oh, my buddy got that for me. It's just like as a joke, like it's just in here just because it's in here. Bro, it's in like this rotation of like your 5 other hats that are in here.
You wear it outside, so you must like it.
It is not just like one that your
His buddy didn't buy it, he bought
buddy
it.
got you and you thought it was a
He's lucky he got a MAGA hat.
prank gift and you put it in your bedroom. No, it's literally in your hat rotation.
His hat rotation in his car? I don't get that.
So we get to the comedy show, park, which I'm so glad we took one car because parking was absolutely insane there. And he's like, I don't know what security is going to be like. I'm going to leave this in here. And it was a pocket knife. And I was like, oh, that's probably a really good idea. I carry a pocket knife with me at all times. And I was like, I'm going to leave this here too. So I put it in his center console. Then he lifts the center console entirely. And there's like this hidden compartment underneath there. And there's a safe. And my first idea was like,
There's a safe in his car?
that's a little extreme
What the hell kind of car is this?
for a pocket knife.
He's got a hat rotation and a safe.
No, he has a firearm on him. He's had it this whole time. I had no idea he had a gun on him. Puts that in the safe. And I was like, do you always carry a gun on you? And he's like, yeah, pretty much. Bro, you're going on a date with a girl you've never met and you brought a freaking firearm. We're going to a freaking public restaurant.
You can, because you live in America. You can carry a gun with you. It's in the Constitution.
Are you serious? On a Friday night, it's busy, okay? You're going to be fine, I swear. And then I was just like, wait, why is he carrying a firearm? He's not even like a police officer. He's not in the military. Like, why do you need a firearm on you
Because there's bad people out there.
at all times? I just think, okay, this is America. All right. So we start walking to the show and I was like, hey, do you care if I take some cannabis? I have some cannabis on me because I think a comedy show with cannabis is amazing.
So you're giving him crap because he's carrying a gun. You got the weed on you. So you're doing illegal stuff. He was doing legal stuff by having a gun. You're doing illegal stuff because you got the marijuana.
Like, I will laugh.
Well, they could live in Colorado, and it could be legal there.
Yeah, what's the
So
odds,
hard on
Jimmy?
every joke. So he's like, no, not at all. And I was like, fantastic. Go to the line. And I could feel it kind of start kicking in. And then he starts talking about sex stuff, but specifically butt stuff and what I'm into in line, in public. And he is not a quiet person. And I'm just like,
He's like, hey, are you into the butt stuff?
oh my God, I'm not having this conversation. Are you we're not having this conversation right now.
Let me go get my MAGA hat and my gun and we'll do butt stuff.
Cannabis is kicking in. I'm like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna, it's a comedy show. I don't have to talk, right? And then he was like, what are you thinking? Like, I would just kind of like not pay attention at times. And he'd be like, what are you thinking? And I'm like, as an event person, I think that light over there is a chaos mess. Why are there no signs over there? Those same flights have no idea what's going on. He was like, okay, I don't think that was the answer he was looking for, but I'm honest. He also does a thing at this time where he is just staring for long periods of time.
Because you're kind of attractive.
And I will like look at him and like try to break the stare or laugh it off. And he would just be like, you're so beautiful. You're so pretty. Well, thank you. Thank you. But I just wanted to tell him that you're staring at me way too much.
Oh, that's why it's a date. You're supposed to.
Or way too long. And the fact that you
because you're paranoid because you smoked the wacky weed.
have a gun in your car is
Yeah, she had the devil's lettuce, so she's getting paranoid now. She thought he had a gun, and he doesn't. He just had a knife.
really giving off serial killer vibes. We
Man,
go
she's a
inside.
pothead.
Let's
What
call
does
my
she
date
know?
Matt. Matt starts introducing himself to everyone at our table. Totally fine. But he starts introducing himself as Chris. His profile said Matt. I checked multiple times. I have been calling him Matt this entire time. What the hell is the second name all about? So I make a note in my head. I'm going to ask him about that after the show. We are not going to make a scene right now. We're not going to make
His name's Chris or Matt.
this uncomfortable. Like, I'll just ask
You're
him
paranoid.
after the show. That's fine. We're going to get
You're a pothead.
an explanation about all this.
Probably got Doritos.
All right. Show starts. And immediately I realize my date
Chris.
is the show heckler. I am not only sitting next to the show heckler, I came with the show heckler.
You came with Matt.
He
His name's Chris.
has something to
Yeah, I
say
don't know.
after every joke. And some of those things that he has to say need a full conversation with them. So sometimes after a joke, he'd be like, I would do that. That's me in bed. And then he would start like asking me questions. And
Matt Chris sounds like a fun guy.
wanting to have a full conversation about whatever
Matt Chris carries a gun. He's fun.
the joke was.
He's got MAGA hat.
So then I'm missing the set for the next
I think this is a great guy.
joke. I am here for the show, buddy, not here for your little banter, okay? So then
Yeah, but I'm funnier than he is. So if I'm funnier than the guy on stage, then I can upsell him. Why
he sees
not?
his friend across from us in the show, and he texts his friend that like we're there.
I'm here with a pothead, redhead.
And then he's like, that's my friend. Like, he's like a really cool guy. And then he starts showing me his friend's Facebook page. And I was like,
Chris or Matt.
okay, this is middle show, by the way. We're mid show. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then he keeps scrolling and scrolling through this guy's Facebook page, who I have no idea who this is, but he's showing me his butt.
His name's Sean or Jack.
There were multiple times during that show when I just looked down and I'm just like, this is not happening. Not happening. It's happening. So I also think during the show, okay, if I do not drive back with him to my car, I could ask the bartender for a ride. Our cocktail waitress was
You call an Uber. While you're sitting there, call an Uber and get up and leave.
No, she's not even thinking about that because she's a pothead.
That's right.
super cool. Maybe she'll help her curl out. You know, I could always Uber. Maybe I can even just walk it. Like, I'm going to get back to my car safe. But then I was like, Chantal, you're overreacting. Like, you're really overreacting. You need to calm it down. In hindsight, I was not overreacting. Okay, show ends. His buddy, whose Facebook page I saw, comes over, says, hi, Chris. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I need to ask him about that.
Matt Chris.
Why he gave me a different name. And then at the same time, right after that, I was like, I don't care. I actually do not care why he gave me a different name. I really don't give a crap because after this, I am never talking to this human being
To Matt Chris.
again. And like the true idiot that I am, I get into his car and I think he's got my pocket knife and I actually really don't want to deal with having to get.
Oh, so you got into a car with not one, but two knives and a gun and a safe and a MAGA hat. You're not very, well, she's pothead, so she's not very smart.
Kind of ride to my car. So this is the easiest route. And I am just going to be the people pleaser that I am. I'm just going to take it. So
Did he kill you?
he does take a different way to my car than what
Are you dead now?
I knew. And there was a moment when
I don't think he killed her because she's still here.
I'm sitting in his car where I was like, I think he's kidnapping me. I don't think he's taking me to my car. Turns out he was taking me to
Get
my car.
over yourself.
God. And then
You're just paranoid because you're a pothead.
he leans in for one awkward kiss and tells me, I would really like to see you again. And I say, maybe. I get into my car, speed out of there. I have decided I am never seeing this person again in my life. I call my best friend on the way home, give her the whole spiel, and she's like, you need to block him and delete him on everything. And I was like, I'm just going to let him down nicely. And like,
No, Matt Chris is not going to be, he's not going to take it nicely.
feelings that bad, and I'm not going to ghost him. And she's like, you need to block and delete. So I was really going to let him down nicely, but everyone I've told the story to is like, you need to block and delete immediately. So that's what I did.
Yeah, which is going to make him search high and low and probably get a private detective to find you because he thinks something bad happened to you once he dropped you off. Yeah, nothing good is going to come of that. Matt Chris is going to be very upset, and he's got a gun and a MAGA hat, and he's going to kidnap you and kill you because you're a pothead.
Go. Hustle